We are now, in fact, getting visuals from Washington, D.C., where the bilateral has begun. As we can see, Prime Minister Narendra Modi meeting his Australian counterpart, Prime Minister Scott Morrison of Australia. And these are visuals that are coming to us directly from Washington, D.C. The two sides have begun this important bilateral meeting. Relationship is a comprehensive strategic partnership. There are several areas of convergence. We are both democracies. There's a large Indian diaspora presence in Australia, which is continuing to grow. And we love cricket and also hockey. That's true. And we compete with each other all the time at the highest level in these two sports. Australia is a sporting culture where India has learned a few lessons, and India has performed well in Tokyo in the Olympics, which incidentally is the next bilateral meeting with Japan. But that is, just an aside. The point is that there is plenty that the two countries share, especially in the maritime domain. But there could be a few areas of interest that we could talk about. And the fact is that Australia, the UK, and the United States are in an alliance called AUKUS, which sometimes could run contrary to the purposes of Quad. Maybe that is something we can ask our analysts to give their views on.
And as we stay with these visuals from Washington, D.C., as the bilateral is taking place as we speak between Quad members, Australia and India, but this is a bilateral meeting between two heads of the state. And it's important that the timings of it is also happening a day just before the Quad summit on 24th. Now, remember, Arun is with us on phone line. He is there in Washington where the meeting takes place as we speak. Arun, so naturally, when the two leaders are meeting, the strategic component will come into play. But the fact that it's taking place just a day before Quad, and there's so much of substantive issues that are lined up when the two leaders again meet tomorrow in the Quad architecture, on 24th that is. But the kind of bonhomie, body language, warmth the two leaders share, Scott Morrison and Prime Minister Modi. And also this is coming fortnight ago when the 2+2 dialogue format also happened in New Delhi, which also ended on a very, very positive note. So carry forward of that. Arun.
Absolutely, Sakal. It was a very, a cordial meeting as far as Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Australian counterpart Scott Morrison is concerned. Now, earlier also they held the virtual summit, during this COVID pandemic time, and we have seen that how fair enough primarily, outcomes were there as far as the virtual summit is concerned. And even during the virtual summit between India and Australia, between Prime Minister Modi and Scott Morrison, the focus was clearly on was primarily on the Indo-Pacific, and of course, how can we protect the values of our global welfare, such as democracy, rule of law, freedom of, or primarily freedom, and of course, mutual respect,